Hey guys, I'm Jamy Catalyst, and today we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil 8 teaser trailer. Alright, first impressions of this trailer. It does not feel like a Resident Evil trailer. The only reason why I had any inclination that it was a Resident Evil trailer was, if you pay attention, in the middle of the trailer, you see the Spencer Mansion, or a replica of it, for a split second, and then you also see the Umbrella logo. And then, obviously, when you get closer to the end of the trailer, you see Chris. If you've been keeping up with the news about the Resident Evil series as of late, you will have known there was leaked information about Resident Evil 8 that pretty much was proven completely true by this trailer. So in the leaks, I'm going to highlight that real quick. We have information. Mia and Ethan escaped at the end of Resident Evil 7. They tried to have a kid. The kid became deformed because of being infected, and then they went off to this secluded village in the middle of nowhere to hide the kid. For some reason, Chris tracked them down and killed the kid and killed Mia, for some reason. And then we're going to get another character other than Ethan. Ethan survives, and I can only assume, this wasn't in the leak, but I can only assume that he's going to be tracking down Chris for revenge of him killing his wife and his kid. But we get another character that we also see in this trailer called Emily. Now she grew up in this village, so this was her home. She is familiar with this place, but her father went missing. So she's trying to find her father. So we have, we're gonna be playing as Emily and we're gonna be playing as Ethan. Now we see, like I said, we see Emily in the trailer. We hear and see Ethan's hands in the trailer. And another thing that was leaked that we kind of got a confirmation of from this trailer is there has been a virus that leaked, and now we have mass hallucinations. Now that explains several things we see in this trailer, because we see a werewolf, and that is not a Resident Evil thing, but apparently that is a mass hallucination we're seeing because of the release of this virus. Another leak is we see this guy called Alan. He's the dude in the little sunglasses and the hat with the crazy hair in the trailer. That's Alan. He's our main antagonist. And then apparently the tall proper lady in the big hat that we see with other ladies in the fancy mansion, that's Alex Wesker, who survived after the end of Resident Evil Revelations 2. She is a returning character. The only other one other than Chris. In the beginning of the trailer, we see a phrase that says, his story comes to a close. Now we can only assume they're talking about Chris. However, they are purposely vague, so I can only imagine that this is what they want people to think, is that Chris is gonna die. It might be someone else entirely. We don't know. I hope it's not Chris, but we'll see. But how I feel about all of this, there's gonna have to be some good explanation for some of the things to make me feel a little bit better about this being another main staple. I loved Resident Evil 7, but I believe very heavily that it should not have been a numerical title. It should have been its own thing, not directly connected. It could have still been a Resident Evil game, but it did not feel like a Resident Evil game. It only had one Resident Evil character, and he was only there for 2 seconds until they added DLC. Now we're getting Resident Evil 8 that has up to 2 familiar faces in it, and it's still not going to feel like a Resident Evil title. However, I love the designs in this trailer. I love the atmosphere we see in this trailer. I do not like the suggestions of where the story is going, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of different places going on, a lot more different enemies, which was one of my only other complaints for Resident Evil 7 is the lack of different enemies. So that's going to be a big improvement. So I am both excited and terrified of how this title is going to go, but loved how the characters looked. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the environments. I loved how the enemies looked. Getting to see a little bit about Emily, getting the atmosphere really set in with this village from the perspective of starting it up with like this old kid story. I did really enjoy that. And those are my opinions on what we saw from the Resident Evil 8 trailer.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that notification bell, and then check out some of these other videos. Find the link to our Discord server and other important stuff in the description below.
Rotated.